The Adam Project attempts to become your next favorite sci-fi adventure movie.
Great Scott!
And I'm here to tell you if it succeeds or if it fails. Hello, my name is Ben James and welcome to my movie review, where when we talk about the movie more, we adjust the score. Today we are talking about The Adam Project, a Netflix original directed by Levy and starred by Ryan Reynolds. In this film, we follow Adam Reed, a kid with a big mouth but even bigger problems when his future self crash lands in his backyard. Walker Skoback, the kid version of Adam, does a great job of making you believe this is a younger version of Ryan Reynolds. The banter between the two is witty and does a believable representation of someone talking to their younger self. Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo are great parents and a very believable couple, which probably wasn't hard due to them playing a couple 18 years ago and 13 going on 30. Zoe Saldana as Adam's wife is badass, and their relationship is very passionate. Like seriously, there's a couple of parts where her and Ryan Reynolds are going at it, and it had me questioning if this was a family film. The one part of this film that was lacking for me though was the villain played by Catherine Keener, whose character feels like a villain out of a video game who's just there to push the plot forward. And there is a desperate attempt of de-aging her that gives me flashbacks of Tron Legacy.
No! God, please, no! No!
And because of her poor character development and the horrific CGI, I'm gonna have to mark this film down a point. But if I was asked to describe this film in 10 words or less, I'd say, imagine Terminator 2, but with Ryan Reynolds. Which T2 had a great structure and I don't mind it being used in this film, but I feel like it needs to have 20 to 30 minutes more. The start of this film shows older Adam being chased and then having him jump straight to 2022, and it felt really rushed to me. I would have loved to see this rendition of 2050 and what it had become, but we never get that. Even when older Adam is explaining things to his younger self, we don't even get flashbacks or any development of 2050 at all, which those flashbacks could have helped fill that hole that I was feeling. In retrospect, I wish we had a little bit more showing instead of telling, because this was such an intriguing concept that they had. They do a solid job of explaining why younger Adam needs to join older Adam on this adventure, which is important because in hindsight, it makes no sense for him to endanger his younger self. And I do like their explanation of time travel and this idea of fixed points. It made it so I wasn't questioning the rules of time travel and I could kind of just sit back and enjoy the film. But the ending feels so rushed. No spoilers, but there is a scene where these characters are infiltrating a location. And I thought, okay, something's gonna go wrong. One of them's gonna get captured. They're gonna have to regroup and save them. But nope. We have a Deus Ex Machina that shows up out of nowhere and just pushes the plot forward, which could have been the case of subverting expectation, but it just felt like a lack of substance. And I just wanted a little bit more meat on this plot so that when we have these emotional scenes, they hit a little bit harder. Because without stakes and without true development, these emotional scenes don't hit as hard as I think they should. But one of the highlights of the movie were the fight scenes. A lot of these scenes used unique weapons that added speed and fluidity to these set pieces, which the future tech in this film is badass, and it just makes me more angry that we didn't get to see it in 2050. But the cherry on top to these fight scenes is the music playing during them. And I might be biased, but the moment you play the band Boston, you could do anything on screen and I'm gonna be happy with it. And they have a couple of great classic songs in this movie that I think a lot of the audience is gonna enjoy. But when it comes to the score of the movie, it doesn't have any distinguishing tracks that kind of gives it its own identity, which is crazy because a lot of classic sci-fi movies have that score that you know when you hear it, that's from that movie. But it did a good job of fitting the theme of the film. And the fight scenes in the score of this movie make the film fly by. Like, I was shocked that this hour and 40 went by as fast as it did. But again, I do think that the film could use another 20 to 30 minutes. It was too quick for me. Overall, this film did come out a little bit disappointing for me. I think it could have been way more than what it was, but it still was a fun watch that I wouldn't mind watching again. And I would recommend, once you get some spare time, to watch this film. But have you guys seen The Adam Project, and what did you think? Leave a comment below and let me know. But if you made it this far and you like the content, the best way to support is to like this video, subscribe, and turn notifications on. I'm close to 400 subscribers and it would be great to hit that milestone before the end of March. But that is going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you movie lovers later. Peace!